We had an awesome team outing last week in which we tackled the Class 3 and Class 4 whitewater rapids, and it reminded me of an important leadership lesson that I learned along the way. Hi, I'm Tim Huff, and welcome to another episode of Bite-Sized Leadership. This was my very first time doing whitewater rafting, and it was quite an adventure. It was our first time for a lot of us, and I highly recommend it. One of the challenges that I had while I was sitting in the front of the boat was hearing the guide at the end of the boat giving us instructions on which way to paddle and how fast and how hard to paddle. And there were sometimes I was paddling forward when everybody else was paddling backwards. It caused a little bit of a concern there. And it reminded me of one of the important lessons that we as leaders have about the true power of effective listening. So let me suggest to you 3 best practices on listening that can really enhance your leadership style. The first one is obvious, active listening. And this is looking somebody in the eye when you're talking to them, listening thoroughly, giving those verbal and nonverbal cues that you're listening properly and understanding what they're saying, and summarizing at the end to ensure your proper understanding. The second one is ensuring that you're asking really good questions to really get at the heart of what that person is trying to say, getting at the underlying foundation of what communication they're actually giving to you. The questions that you should be asking to ensure your understanding are not yes/no questions. These are what questions, why, how questions, not to interrogate, but to truly understand what is really going on in that person's mind. And the third best practice is to create a safe and open space for people to truly communicate what they really want to without any fear of judgment or any fear of recrimination. Making sure that you create that space where you can really get at the heart of what people are trying to say. Creating that kind of an environment and active listening and asking really good questions create that kind of culture where you as the leader know how to properly listen to people who are communicating to you. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.